announcement of Donald Trump as the next US president, the Mexican peso has plummeted in purchasing parity in the market. This is due to the fact that many investors have swayed away from investing in Mexico due to the unknown effects and consequences of Donald Trump's proposed policies. Some companies that have lost a lot of money during these past days have been ICA, America Mobile, and FAMSA. This is due to the fact that most of its debt is concentrated in the amount of US dollars and most of its revenue is concentrated in the amount of Mexican pesos. What this means is that there is a great divide between debt and revenue, which will cause further losses in the company. Even though a lot of the movement in the foreign exchange market has been due to speculation, the damage has already been done, as the Mexican peso has already lost its purchasing parity and is still expecting, and it could still be expecting to have further losses as Donald Trump enters the presidency in the following January. So, for the meantime, a lot of companies have also increased its revenue, such as Bimbo, as they have the opposite effect. They have a lot of its debt is in Mexican pesos and a lot of its revenues in US dollars.
So, as you may expect, one of the most important changes and one of the most impactful things that happened during this election was the change in the currency between the Mexican peso and the United States dollar. As we can see, during the elections, while it was happening, the exchange rate is skyrocketed. Actually, I think it rise up to 20.76. Now, as the market is stabilizing a little bit more, even though Trump won, it's still higher than at the beginning. So definitely the exchange rate between the Mexican peso and the United States dollar has received a lot of changes.
Good morning, everyone. As we know, Trump won the elections, and what's going on with the market? Well, here in Mexico, one of the few companies that has had a good performance is Peñoles. Industrias Peñoles is one of the few in Mexico who has had great numbers. This means that it's increasing its value. Why? Because of the increase in the value of gold. Why is gold increasing? Due to the instability of the world, the value has had an appreciation in its value. And as we can see here, this is the graph of Peñoles, how it has been performing, and until last night it started increasing, as well as with other companies related to mining and construction, such as Grupo Carso from Carlos Slim.
Well, as my partner Kareli says, this is one of the only companies that rose during the hours after Donald Trump won. And there is this company called Nemaca. Nemaca is a company that has lost the most here in Mexico. This company is in charge of making materials for cars, like aluminum parts and stuff like that. And well, this company has lost so much that 30 minutes ago, at 10 a.m., the day after Donald Trump won, they stopped the selling of their stocks, and 20 minutes ago they began again in order to recover what they have lost. And well, as you can see here, Nemaca has lost 11 points and 5%. Right now it's recovering, and well, in the graph you will see that this company here made the biggest loss. The biggest loss here is where the market closed for them, and now they're recovering, and their stock are getting higher.
Trump won the elections. The market suffered a great uncertainty. Most of the markets, like the Mexican indexes, have lowered themselves. And most of the markets around the world have suffered from the same thing, with the exception of the stocks from Russia. As we can now see, they've all had an increase in their percentage, for like 2%, 1%. So this is due to all the other countries have an uncertainty, and they might suffer from the presidency of Trump. But Russia has Trump has a great relation with Putin in Russia. So this will set off like an increase, a restoring of the relations between those countries, which will be good for Russia. That's why, as we can see, they've been better.
You may see the world is interconnected, and all of these macroeconomic terms and all of these macroeconomic subjects are interconnected as well. So A change in politics, such as the election of Trump, has a great impact in the markets all around the world. It doesn't matter if it's regarding money or politics, all of it is interconnected, it's part of macroeconomics.